G'day champions. So this video is going to be about installing the floor in this boat. This boat is now in a really good place structurally. If you saw the last video, it was about the stringer system, laminating, all that sort of stuff. So this is more about the floor and enjoy guys. All right, so I'm just about to laminate the underside of this floor sheet with some chopped strand mat, vinyl ester resin. The actual floor in this boat, it raises up at the front about an inch. So what I've done is I've just made up a little jig to put the bend in this piece of thermalite. Screws are fixed from this side, so they're not going to be going through at all. I can unscrew this from this side and remove it. Nothing's going through underneath. But yeah, I don't want to laminate the underside of this without that bend in it, because I think it's just going to be harder to get it bent into the boat. Anyway, that's the plan. All right, that's all done. I've got some peel ply on that because I want to sand the sides, the center, anywhere where it's going to be gluing to the stringers, and that's just going to make it way easier to sand having the peel ply. And that's the forward section, and the same there, got the peel ply over that. So yeah, when I sand it up, the sandpaper is not going to clog. I'll be able to scuff that up, and yeah, it'll be sweet. So up in this chain locker, I'm going to be basically just epoxying in all of those thermalite pieces to fill down to the keel, and then there'll be a little flat floor going in there, which comes just below that drain, and then I'll glass the whole inside of this this face, tab this bulkhead in, and that drain will work great. We'll go all the way down to that dropped section, which I'll have an automatic bilge in, and yeah, I reckon that's sorted it. So I've peeled the peel ply off this floor underside. I'm very happy with how that's gone. You can see this, the strings in the thermalite underneath, like that. Yeah, it's nice finish. I'll give this a sand up, just scuff it up before I glue it in. So anyway, so that floor is now all marked out where the stringers are underneath, and yeah, the cross members. So I can pre-drill this, and yeah, so they're all in the exact right spot, center line of everything, and I know that if I pre-drill in that spot, those screws will go directly into the center of all those stringers, because I have measured them all out from those points back to the center of each stringer from each side. Got the boat all prepped, ready to put the floor in. Got the floor all ready to go. Other side of this floor is all taped up. I've whacked some handles on the back so I can get a hand to drop this in once it's all epoxied up. This is all taped up. We'll do this forward floor at the same time. So yeah, I'm just going to give this a coat of straight West Systems epoxy on top of all of the stringers, and also the hull where the floor's bedding down. And then I'll do the same on this, and then I'll put some thickened mix on them and screw it down. I've already pre-drilled all of my screws, so it should be just a matter of dropping this in, screwing it down, and squeegeeing up the edges. Just had another thought with this. These conduits in between these ribs, I don't want them to, they're very stiff, but I just don't want them to slap up under the floor. So what I'm doing is I've got some waterproof marine carpet, and I'm just going to put that on top, and I'll put a little dab of epoxy on those so it'll stick to the floor and these won't move. But yeah, I reckon they will just stop any slap of this knocking up against the bottom of the floor, which I don't think would happen anyway, but I'd be spewing if I didn't whack them in, and it was doing it. It's so easy now while it's out. So anyway, that's what I'm planning. All right, so that's the unthickened epoxy on every gluing surface. Same here. Accidentally scuffed up across here, but there's nothing under there. So anyway, that's all ready to put the thickened epoxy on, which I'll mix up now. Alright, that was pretty stressful, but it's in. I've squeegeed off all of the spare epoxy. This is a nice tight fit to start with. And I put this tape here on just in case any epoxy was going to squish up out of these. I don't want any epoxy on. I've dropped some there, but anyway, didn't want too much epoxy on this surface. As it's being laminated with final ester resin. So yeah, very happy with that. And now we'll get on with this one, which is not so stressful. Awesome. I always wonder, after installing a floor like that, what the actual glue join between the bottom of the floor looks like and the top of the string is. So I do have a camera which I can poke up. I'll put it up the bung hole. So it's not that clear, but it's going to be clear enough for me to actually have a look. So I'll move across to the left. So that's the floor of the boat. There's that left-hand stringer, and that's the glue join. That's the underside of the floor there, and that's the epoxy between the top of the stringer on the left there and the floor sheet. I'll see if I'm going to move forward and have a look at one of these sideways. There you go, there's the corner of, yeah, the very good bond there. And the center one we'll have a look at. I'll just bend it the other way. Let's see if we can have a look at the center. So up here there should be the conduit. Probably can't see much actually. Anyway, that's where the conduit passes through. That's the floor up there. It's one of the sideways stringers there. Awesome. Anyway, hopefully all you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, please like and subscribe for more boat related fun. I'm really happy with the way this boat is coming up. It's going to be very strong, yet still not overly heavy. Anyway, yeah, very happy with how this has come up. All the best, champs.